one, we just finished or I just finished the Holiday Inn's qualifications there yesterday. This is a pretty rough draft of my round. I really didn't have a chance to make good notes or anything yet, but it'll still give a guy a good starting point for the tournament. So I'm just going to run through some videos here and let's see what happens. Let's get started here. Alright, this is hole number 1, par 3. Played this with a sniper. If you don't have a sniper in your bag and you just have a Viper, you could play it the same way. All you got to do is basically follow my ball guide where my bounce is. What I'm trying to do here is give it about 1 top, 1 left spin. Might be close to 1.5 top here. And this is played at 15% elevation, but I think I adjusted it here 1 to 1. And what I'm trying to do is, you can see my ball guide's extended to the hole. You want to try to make sure that if you're using a sniper, your ball guide's like that. And you can see where my hop is just before the fringe. As you can see, we great balled it to the right, so pretty much didn't have any chance of getting this in there. But I believe we have the good, nice weight down there to put this inside the hole. I believe if we would have hit perfect, we'd have it. So if you want to take another quick look here, my top spin is about between 1 and 1.5, and there is a funnel here, so I'm trying to find the funnel. So as you can see, yes, we did go with about 1.5. You can go 1.2, even a little bit less than that. 1 might even work. As you can see, the second bounce, it looks like we found a funnel right to the hole there. So that'll give you a good start with that hole. You can use a marlin. And I played it, like I said, 1 to 1. So good luck with that hole. We'll catch you on the next one. Alright, this is hole number 2, par 5. We played this with a quarterback and a sniper for the second shot. What we did here is give it about 1.5 backspin, full left spin, power 3 ball. You can see what our guide's doing. Basically, our starting point was the red touching the rough. And you can see what the wind's doing, the direction of the wind. So the wind's going to carry the ball. There was no adjustment here with the target, seeing we had a tailwind. So we knew the wind was going to push the ball that much further. And you can see we went 308 yards with 1.5 backspin. You could even give it 1 backspin and you'd be fine there. Alright, this is shot number 2. We played this at 0% elevation. And what did we give this for top spin? About 2 3/4, almost 3 it looks like. And you can see we're playing it just left of the hole a little bit, probably about a ball guide width, I would say. I believe I played this at 1 to 1. That means 4 wind, 4 targets, 4 rings. I believe I moved it. Let's see what happens. We hit perfect. And it looks like it went just right of the hole. So next time I would probably start that so the ball guide's about 1/2 a square to the left of the hole. Give that a shot. Looks like we had nice top spin there. We give it about 2 3/4 to 3 top spin. That was at the initial drive of 308 yards. So that's hole 2. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. This is hole number 3. We had this tournament last year, or for the Great Outdoors, actually about 6 months ago. And if you want to go back to that video, all you have to do is type in the search under Great Outdoors. and you'll come up with it. I did get a hole-in-one on this hole a few times. I didn't get it this tournament, or not yet anyways, because the wind's coming from a different direction. But I chose to go with the same shot. On the previous tournament, the wind was coming from the west. Now it's coming from the east. So with the previous tournament, I went with 2 backspin, a half a bar right spin, but now I'm going with 3 bars right spin just because of the wind. We have to counteract the wind there. The problem with this shot is we went through too much thick. It really slowed down here after our initial shot. So to improve this shot, I would probably go with 1 bar less backspin. Go with the same right spin. As you can see, it really slowed down, but it looked like we had a nice line. So you could take 1 bar off for the backspin and try that shot again. Or you could move the target more to the left, away from that sand trap on the right hand side. As you can see what's happening with the target right now, it's just, I believe the red is just barely into the, yeah, the red's running into the sand. You could actually pull it away further back so that actually the blue is halfway into the sand, and try that shot with the same spin as we're using here. And this here particular hole is played at plus 10% elevation as well. That's another thing to take into factor. But I believe I can actually get this shot to work. I got it to work last year. I believe I can get it to work this year. So that was basically my first attempt at it. So good luck with that hole. Catch you in the next one. Welcome back. This is our first... You want at least 170 yard wood here. Now you can see with this particular shot, I wasn't sure how I was going to respond out of the rough, so I didn't give it any topspin. But the next time I play this, I'll probably give this between 1 and 1.5 topspin. And give it a shot from there. So we played this at max distance, 10%. Full left spin. I'd give it between 1 bar to 1.5 bars topspin. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. This is hole number 5, par 4. This particular hole I like to play on the left hand side pretty much every tournament I play in. I give it 3 top, couple bars left spin, pretty much how I play it every tournament. Here you can adjust it at 10% elevation. You don't have to bother pushing it back up, but you can see how much overpower I give it. We great balled it. We still clear quite easily there. You don't want to give it too much overpower because you don't want to go into the rough there on the other side there. So that's shot 1. Alright, this is shot number 2. Another thing I forgot to mention with shot 1 is you want to get it far enough as well so that you can use this short iron here. And you want to use a club that has a lot of backspin. I chose the backbone with this particular shot. The next time around I'd probably use the what club is that? Yeah, don't mind me. Sorry about that. Yeah, the club I was trying to say there is Saturn. Next time around, I'd probably use the Saturn for this particular shot. It has more backspin, and it looks like we'd have enough distance for it as well. I think I was afraid with this shot that we wouldn't have enough distance to use the Saturn, but I believe we do. But you can see where the second bounce is there. So if you choose to stay with this backbone, you can see where the second bounce is. And if you see how the ball responds to it with the particular spin I put on here, next time you just might want to move that second bounce to a different square on the green. But as you can see, we put it pretty close. We actually went to the right a little bit. So next time you can move that second bounce just a little bit more to the left. And the second one, we actually played this shot at 0% elevation. So yeah, even in my notes I got written down here, use Saturn. So yeah, play this at 0% elevation, full back, to right. And just look at those squares on the green. And then find out the results of your shots. And then tweak it from there. You can see we went on the corner of that dark green square. Pretty much to the corner. See, it all depends on what angle you're coming at it too from, eh? Like how your drive is. That's why I like my drives to be the same all the time. So if you just make sure you always put, if you're going to go with 3 bars topspin on your drive, go with 3 bars topspin. Go with the same amount of overpower. This way, hopefully your ball lands in the same spot or close to the same spot on your drive. This way, for your second shot, you got the same angle and everything else. So try that out. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Hole number 6, shot number 1, par 5. We're showing this with a quarterback 8. If you got a quarterback 9, even better, because it'll put you down a little bit further fairway there, which is good for your second shot. As you can see here, we're lining this up with the blue target touching the rough. And this is played at plus 20% elevation. So you're going to have to push this target because that tree gets in the road from you actually doing a proper adjustment here. So you're going to have to push that target back, your 20%. You can see how much curl we put into it here. Just towards the outside part of the rings. Give it that much curl. Like I was mentioning, you can check out the yardage here. 327. Quarterback 9 works a little bit better, but this will still work fine. This here shot's playing at 20%. I'm not sure if this has even been taped because I kind of messed up my tape here, though. Sorry if you've already seen this, but I just wanted to put it back down here in case it's been missed. You forget about press and pause, press and play here when you're recording, so that's basically what happened. So that's shot number 1. Here's shot 2. We had this particular hole on a tournament in the past, the Great Outdoors tournament. So if you want to see this shot during the Great Outdoors tournament, we pretty much played it the same way as this shot. We did get the albatross during that tournament as well. So like I was mentioning on the first particular shot here, I wanted to have the drive go a little bit further because I want to actually have that yellow target up towards the corner of that fairway here. And it's not quite there. We're about 2 rings short of that because the drive wasn't as far as we wanted it. If we would have used that, or would have had a quarterback 8, our drive could have been where we wanted it. I guess we could have given it some more power, but the shot still works. Gives you a nice easy eagle here. Basically just missing the rough there. Just left of the hole. And there you have it. Hole number 6. Catch you on the next one. Actually, for that shot, we played it at 0% elevation. Hi there, welcome back. This is hole number 7. This is played at plus 20% elevation. What we can do with this shot is we'll play with the quasar. We'll play it at maximum distance. And what we can do is watch the ball guide, the tip of the ball guide there, and see where the placement is. And how the results of our shot is. So you can see the tip of the ball guide. We're actually going to have that red target, so it's touching the rough. The tip of the ball guide there is slightly into the green square. So if you're playing the same backspin, same side spin, same amount of curl, the next time we'll just tweak it. We'll either give it more curl, or we'll make sure the ball guide is moved over more to the right, depending on what the results are here. As you can see, we missed about 1.5 squares to the left of the hole. So you might want to give that more curl, or you can just place your target a little bit more to the right. So once again, that's played at 20% max distance. Shot number 1. Catch you in the next one. Welcome back. Hole number 8 here, a par 4. We're going to go with the rough bump here on this particular hole. What we're doing here is we're adjusting this at 15% elevation. You can see what our spin is. Full top, pretty much full left with a power 3 ball. We're going to line up the target so that the red target is touching the rough. And we're going to adjust this at 15% as mentioned, maximum distance. We're also going to push it back up towards the greens so we can maximize our overpower here. You can see what our overpower is being done. Bottom of the ball, about the center of the thickness of the white circle. And you can see how close we came to it. Just to the left of it. But I believe if you tweak that a little bit, you never know, you might get that hole in one. It's an easy eagle though. See you. Welcome back. Hole number 9, par 5, final hole for this qualification round. What we want to do here is we want to drive it down as far as possible. So we go with a big topper here, full top spin, 1 right spin because we're getting the push from the wind and the angle of the wind. This is played at plus 10%. What I'm doing here with this shot is just guessing. But if you don't want to guess, line up your targets right down the center of the fairway, adjust it at 10%, and then push it back straight up. So there you can see, 379 yards. You don't even really have to give any overpower to that shot. Here's the second. I advise you to bring in a big dog. This is played at 0% elevation. Now I wasn't sure what to give this for top spin, back spin, whatever, because it's got a terrible ball guide. So we went with full side spin, just to tweak a back spin on it. Now we're just going to find out what happens with this particular shot. Like I said, this is 0% elevation. You can check out the curl. We just give it just a slight bit of curl. And of course we great balled it to the right, so we can't really tell what happened here. I believe we had nice curl on it, because that great ball kind of took it to the right a little bit. But we could have probably had 1 bar top spin. So next time I play this, I'd probably go with 1 bar top spin and see what happens from there. So thanks for watching Rookie Division. I'm going to be putting out some pro and expert here as well. So good luck with the tournament, and I hope you bring home some medals. Have fun. Take care. Talk to you later.